What's up my mates of YouTube, my name is Aussie Marcel, and in today's video I'm going to be recommending 4 fragrances you can find for under $15 Australian. Before I get on with the review, I just wanted to say that the reason why I like recommending these cheaper men's fragrances is because they're more realistic to most men. A lot of people, a lot of the world aren't going to want to spend $100 on a fragrance. $10 to $15 is going to be their sweet spot, and I think there needs to be fragrances at every price point that smell great and perform great as well, so that they appeal to a wide variety of people. It's all well and good to spend $100, $200, $300 on a really nice designer or niche scent, but the majority of people are going to be wearing these cheaper fragrances, and people buying at those price points, they deserve to have fragrances at the price they want to pay, but also have decent smelling fragrances. So hopefully these are going to appeal to you. Starting things off is something I wouldn't typically recommend on this channel, but I can't help it. And it is the Kamini fragrance oils or perfume oils that I found on eBay for $10. First things first, it's the portability that really sells it. This tiny little thing contains 8 milliliters of perfume oil, and in terms of value, it's unbeatable. I went with the musk perfume oil simply because musk is one of those notes that I'm always drawn to. Musk is both clean and dirty, masculine and feminine, and it goes with a wide variety of different outfits and moods. And at $10 with free postage, you're not going to find anything better value than that. Another thing I like about these perfume oils is the fact that they perform quite well. Because it's a concentrated oil and not a mist or a spray, it's going to last quite a while on your skin. These generally last over 12 hours on my skin. Just a couple of little dabs under the neck. They're great in situations where if somebody's getting close to you, they'll be able to smell it, but you're not walking into the room and just stinking the place out. With fragrances, you want to be discovered rather than announce yourself. Again, it doesn't get any better than this, and fragrance oils are, in my opinion, close to the future of perfumery. You're really going to struggle to find anything better value than a nice fragrance oil. But if you're after something more traditional, then there is Lamani Homme. You can find this for $10 Australian at most chemists and retailers that sell fragrances. Lamani Homme smells almost identical to Drakkar Noir, except for the fact that it is an earthier take on the fragrance. I find that Drakkar Noir has more lavender in it, and this has more moss in it. If you want Drakkar Noir but with more oak moss, then Lamani Homme is the fragrance for you. The performance is solid, it lasts over 6 hours, and I find that these classically made men's fragrances that smell more old-fashioned, and some people would describe them as dated, I find that these are infinitely preferable to the synthetic shit shows like Paco Rabanne's 1 Million. Those fragrances are doing nothing for the industry except selling and making a profit. Companies like Lamani and their Lamani Homme fragrances, this is classic masculinity in a bottle. At $10 a bottle, Lamani Homme is exactly where it needs to be in the hierarchy or the pyramid of men's perfumery. Anyone can afford this, and it should be in any man's collection. It smells fantastic. I personally don't think it smells dated. I think this is obviously a lot better than a lot of modern fragrances. Next up is a fragrance that's a little different, and that is French Connection 3. French Connection UK 3. This fragrance is unique in that it's aromatic and it has a coffee note. It's $15 Australia here on eBay, but I have seen it go upwards of $30 to $40. But generally it's about $15. I am actually going to spray this one. The French Connection atomizers are abysmal, they are miserable things. The fragrance itself is a little sweet, it's aromatic, it's got some green notes, and that coffee note really stands out. The performance for this is actually superior to a lot of other French Connection fragrances. This lasts over 6 hours in my skin, which is average in terms of fragrances, but God mode in comparison to most other French Connection fragrances. At $15, it's worth checking out, especially if you like aromatic fragrances or if you want something a little unique and different. And finally, we've got Nike Man Urban Wood. Nike Man Urban Wood smells identical to Lynx or Axe if you're in the United States. Body sprays are Dark Temptation. The atomizer on this is incredible. Yeah, it's just... What I really like about this is that it's woody and smells massively like cacao, like chocolate. And it's not overly sweet either. You'd think a fragrance that smells like a Lynx or Axe body spray would be overly sweet and synthetic. But there's just something about this, especially at the $10 price point, that really makes it pop. You know, the fragrance itself I think smells fantastic. And it's an example of a sweeter men's fragrance that isn't cloying. At least not if you have a normal human amount of sprays. And a lot of people are going to find this either nostalgic or they're just going to really vibe with it in general. I really recommend Nike Urban Wood at $10 Australian. Check this one out. Anyway, if you've ever worn any of these fragrances before, let me know in the comments below, because I'm always curious to hear what you guys think. And until the next video, my name is Aussie Marcel, and I'll catch you guys around.